Well, hi everyone, Sat Sri Akal and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you amazing vocabulary and idioms related to food. These are useful in your daily English and especially in your IELTS speaking exam. I'll introduce each word, tell you what it means, and give you a simple Punjabi style example that you can actually use while speaking. So, chalo shuru kariye. The first word we are going to talk about is exquisite. It means extremely beautiful or high in quality, especially used for food, clothes, or decoration. Now let's look at an example. The butter naan at the dhaba was absolutely exquisite, soft, hot, and full of flavor. The next word is aroma. Aroma means pleasant smell, especially the smell of food or spices. For example, the aroma of Ma's Rajma Chawal filled the whole house. It made me so hungry. The third word is exotic. Exotic means unusual or different, often from another country or culture. For example, I tried sushi for the first time. It was very exotic, not my usual taste, but I liked it. Now let's talk about some words that mean very tasty. These are all synonyms of yummy and can really improve your English. Delectable. It means delicious and high in quality. For example, my dad's homemade burfi is always delectable. I wait for it every Diwali. Scrumptious. This means extremely tasty. For example, those aloo tikkis at the market were scrumptious. I had three. Palatable. It means pleasant to taste, especially for simple or healthy food. For example, even though khichdi is plain with some ghee, it becomes quite palatable. Yummy. This is an informal word we use for every tasty food. For example, that mango shake was so yummy, I finished it in one go. Delicious. Another common and strong word for tasty. For example, the paneer tikka at the party was absolutely delicious. Now let's talk about appetizer. An appetizer is a small dish served before the main meal. For example, we had hot pakoras as an appetizer before dinner, perfect with chai. Our next word is dessert. Dessert means the sweet dish you eat after your meal. For example, I love dessert, especially gulab jamun after biryani. Let's move on to gourmet cuisine. This means fancy, high quality food prepared with special care. For example, we went to a five-star restaurant and tried some gourmet cuisine. It was next level. Next, we have fine dining. Fine dining means eating in a very classy, elegant restaurant. For example, on our anniversary, we had a proper fine dining experience. Everything felt royal. Now, let's talk about craving. Craving means a strong desire to eat something. For example, at 1 a.m., I suddenly had a craving for Maggie. Next word is wolf down. This means to eat something very fast and hungrily. For example, I hadn't eaten all day, so I wolfed down 4 rotis in 5 minutes. The next word is nibble. To nibble means to eat something slowly in small bites. For example, she was nibbling on chips while watching TV. The next word is processed food. Processed food means food that is made in factories and has preservatives or chemicals added to increase shelf life. For example, instant noodles and chips are examples of processed food, but Ma says homemade food is better for good health. Now let's talk about mindful eating. Mindful eating means eating slowly, focusing on taste, texture, and enjoying each bite. Instead of scrolling my phone, I now do mindful eating and enjoy every bite of my sabzi. The next phrase is grab a bite. To grab a bite means to eat something quickly, especially when you are in a hurry. Example, let's grab a bite of samosa before the movie starts. Now we come to perishable. Perishable means something that spoils quickly if not kept in the fridge. For example, milk is perishable, so never leave it outside in the summer heat. Our next word is ecstatic. Ecstatic means very, very happy or excited, almost overjoyed. For example, I was ecstatic when my sister came home from Canada and brought me a box of Belgian chocolates. Let's move on to palate cleanser. A palate cleanser is something light or fresh that you eat between courses to refresh your taste buds. Example, they served lemon water as a palate cleanser before the dessert at the wedding. Now comes up slap up meal. A slap up meal is a big, satisfying, and enjoyable feast. For example, on Bisakhi, we had a proper slap up meal with sarson da saag, makki di roti, lassi, and sweets. Next up is the fun phrase, finger licking good. This means the food is so tasty that you feel like licking your fingers and eating. Example, Mama's butter chicken was finger licking good, better than any restaurant. Now let's learn some fun idioms that will impress your IELTS examiner and make your English sound natural. First idiom is have a sweet tooth. It means you love sweets or desserts a lot. For example, I definitely have a sweet tooth. I cannot end a meal without something meater. Next idiom, eat like a bird. This means to eat very little. For example, my younger sister eats like a bird. She takes one roti and she is full. And then we have eat like a horse. This idiom means to eat a lot. For example, my cousin eats like a horse. He needs at least 5 rotis for dinner. Next idiom, food for thought. This means something that makes you think deeply or seriously. For example, that documentary on healthy eating really gave me some food for thought. Next phrase is dig in. Dig in means to start eating your food, especially when it's ready and served hot. Now we come to spoiled for choice. This means there are too many good options, it's hard to choose. For example, at the wedding buffet, we were spoiled for choice. There were 15 different desserts. Next idiom, dying of hunger. This means you are extremely hungry. Example, after shopping in the sun for hours, I was dying of hunger, so I had 2 burgers. The last idiom is not my cup of tea. This means something you don't enjoy or prefer. Bonus synonyms for fast food. You can use these words to sound more fluent when talking about unhealthy food. Fast food, junk food, ready-made meals, pre-packed food. For example, I'm trying to avoid junk food and eat meals with locally sourced ingredients from local sabzi mandi. Bonus collocations for IELTS. Hearty meal, a large, filling, satisfying meal. That Sunday lunch with rajma chawal and lassi was really hearty meal. Balanced diet, a healthy mix of food groups. To stay fit, I try to eat a balanced diet, dal, roti, veggies, and fruits. So, friends, these were your food related vocabulary and idioms that can boost your IELTS speaking score and make your daily English sound natural. Comment below and tell me which word or idiom was your favorite. Try to make your own sentence, I'll correct it for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Keep learning, keep smiling, and मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में.